Hello and welcome, one and all, to the Jesse Junk Show, episode 4. I skipped last week. Well, not really. I actually did do an episode. I had Medina on the show, and we talked for like 2+ hours, and I did not feel like editing it, nor did I feel like it was even remotely entertaining enough or worth going through and spending a lot of time editing. It's hard. It's hard to edit all these videos, and when I work full time, and I'm also doing music stuff. So let's just say, let's skip that. Took a week off. Whatever. There wasn't much going on with me that week, to be honest. So I was like seeing how Medina was, and not like her life is boring. But we just talked about random stuff. Maybe I'll edit it one day. But here we are again. It's Saturday. Last night, I actually recorded this episode, but I spent way too much time talking, and again, I got distracted by Facebook, trying to find the picture of me and Gojira that was taken many years ago, and I wanted to talk about that. So here's that picture of when I met Gojira back in 2015. So I just wanted to throw it out there, and I wanted to explain why I look the way I do. I look like I'm posing, and my friend Natasha used to make fun of me for this photo because I look like I'm posing. I actually am like this because I'm like, oh my god, they're touching me. I felt so nervous. I actually do see it now, but I wouldn't have never have thought if she didn't say anything. But I definitely look like, I mean, I'm on top of the world right there, so don't get me wrong. But I was like, oh my god, they're all touching me, and it's like this. Anyways, man, it was such a cool time. That's when I wore fucking chain wallets. Which is fine, whatever. That was pretty tamed down for some of the stuff I used to wear, but honestly, I'm probably gonna go all out when we can go to shows again. I'm just gonna frickin' to the nines, just dress all up. I love doing that. I miss doing that. Obviously, going to shows and just being with my peeps, good times. And obviously, Gojira is gonna be touring on their new album Fortitude, so I'm freaking stoked about that. But anyways, there it is. But I ended up just scrolling through memory lane for 40 minutes, and then I got sleepy and I fell asleep. So I'm trying it again. I'm going to try to whiz through this week, because actually this was quite an exciting week. So yeah, let's do this. Monday. Well, I dug holes for 8 hours. It says I'm getting really sick of working, not my dream job, which is in the music industry of some sort, in some way. We'll get there eventually. But yeah, I just wanted to say, how the hell do people talk for 8 hours straight a day? Imagine if you didn't really even get along with a person. At least I kind of get along with my coworkers, but I can't talk to people about stuff for 8 hours a day every day for 5 days a week. I'm sorry, usually people have to deal with customers, so they're distracted, and then they they mingle, but no. I'm not much of a talker, and nor do I think people really give a shit about what I have to say. So here we are. New stuff, and my day was just daydreaming about, playing shows and doing all that musical fun stuff. Tuesday, I listened to Malcolm's podcast about imposter syndrome, and I can relate. Another great episode from Your Band Sucks at Business. I'll bring up here. The latest episode, dealing with imposter syndrome. If you don't know what that is, basically it's that feeling an artist gets when they think they're not good enough, they're not progressing fast enough, or they'll never amount to anything. Weird explanation, but it's pretty straightforward. I just wanted to mention that I've listened to the whole episode with the relatability behind it, but I ended up hearing this end of it where Malcolm mentions somebody.
Maybe striving for the why not me mentality. I think that will also help you kind of put things in perspective and realize that your imposter syndrome is just imposter syndrome and it's not your reality.
Absolutely. We should have started the episode with that. That's so good. Why not me is the total right way to go into that. I'm going to start passing that on to clients. I've got one client, I won't call him out, but he's a musical genius in my mind. It's orchestral level music in a modern kind of, electric guitar format. and it's just insane. It's just insane. But I can tell that he gets really thrown off by what other people might think. You know, like if somebody else has a comment, it's like that changes the whole picture. You know, and when ideas of his brilliant brain are pitched to me, he's like, I don't know, like maybe that's stupid. I'm like, no, it's fucking amazing. Like I want whatever's in your head. I want to get that onto this recording, man. Like, and it's just, that's totally it. It's like, oh, like why would my idea be good? It's like, because you're the genius behind this song, dude.
Yeah, why?
So I heard that, obviously you didn't mention anybody, but I heard that the day before I was going to go into the studio with him on Wednesday, and I was thinking to myself, is he talking about me? And I came home, showed Medina, I was like, is he talking about me? And she's like, I don't know. I mean, if you want him to be talking about you, or to you, or you can be. She just didn't believe it, nor did I, you know? And I'm working with Malcolm a lot lately, and things have been going pretty great. We got a couple songs, 3 songs done now. But like, anyways, I went over there the next day, and he actually told me that was completely about me. And the funny thing about imposter syndrome is that I literally heard it from him. He told it to my face, and my brain was like, nah. Like, I don't really believe that, but you know, it's fine. Like, it's okay not to be full of yourself and whatever. Like, I'm just doing my own thing, and I really appreciate the fact that he just gave me a shout out and like said that stuff. It's amazing to hear. Honestly, I think you should compliment your friends a little more. I usually like to. I like to say, hey, looking good today, or like, you know, you're so funny. People need to hear those things from friends. It's great. Like, I was blown away and really honored to be working with him. So thank you, Malcolm. I'm really looking forward to these next few songs we got in the works. But yeah, anyways, I just thought that was pretty cool. Listen to Your Band Sucks at Business podcast. I think it is definitely worth a listen. Yeah, the other one was Should You Keep Your Day Job? I listened to that one like while I was doing my day job. But some people think that they should put 24/7 all their, you know, power and money into the band and like, or their projects. And sometimes it's not, you're not at that point yet. You gotta like save up your money and get to that point where you can say, hey, okay, I'm gonna put all my eggs in the bucket. I feel like I have to, and I'm in a really good position right now. And I got something written down here that I work for Tom Dunn, who is Sam Dunn's brother. And if you don't know who Sam Dunn is, he did like Metal, A Headbanger's Journey, and Global Metal. He's done a bunch of documentaries for big bands. They just put out a new series they called The Heavy Metal Hitchhiker. I haven't checked out them all, but it's pretty fun. So considering Sam has been in the metal community and doing all this stuff, he's been in bands and stuff, Tom understands that. And I work for as a gardener. You know, he can move things around. If I have to take Wednesday off, for example, which is what I did, he just said, hey, it's all good, man. I understand, you got to go to the studio. So thank you, Tom, and thank you, Sam, for doing what you do, because you're amazing. Not just Banger Films, he's got another YouTube channel called Banger TV. You know, they got a lot of stuff going on there. So yeah, go check out this. Anyways, so talking about Wednesday, I went to Malcolm's, and from 10 to 5, we edited, mixed, and recorded vocals for my rap trap song called Pay No Mind. And some beautiful things happened. You know, it ended up being really easy and simple, straightforward. We experimented a lot with a lot of cool different sounds and just threw it together like pretty quickly, actually. And it's now mastered. It was that easy. He mastered it for me and sent it to me yesterday on Friday. It's all done. Very experimental. Yeah, I learned a lot about his process. You know, he uses Pro Tools. He has a lot of plugins and just like how he matches everything up and or processes things, I guess, whatever you want to call. I learned a lot, and I really appreciate that he let me, you know, sit in the studio with him while he did all that stuff, because eventually I want to do it myself. But yeah, I love working with him and somebody else in general. I love working with Ben and like bouncing ideas off people. It's great. I'm just really glad that, you know, things are going the way they are. I'm really, really happy about them. I just have a note written here that he has a 30-year-old horse. I had no idea how long horses live to. About 30, so that horse is pretty much on its way out. But it's older than me, so that's kind of weird to think. It was like a miniature horse, too. It was cool. I only really know how long dogs and cats live for. And maybe cows, chickens, and pigs. But anyways, or how long they're supposed to live for. They're basically babies when they're killed. Anyways, that day I came back. Yeah, I went to Thrifty's and tried to look for the vegan section where the burger patties were. And I was like, hey man, where are they at? Basically. And he's like, they're over in the meat section. Like I was looking specifically for the real good butchers. Very good butchers. Wow. Okay. The real good. Real good. No. I was looking for these guys. These patties right here, the smoky burger patties. They're so good. Yeah, man. Just go check them out. This is a company based out of Victoria. Yeah, I was looking for those in Thrifty's because I know they sell them like down here. So I was like, hey, where are they at? And they're like, oh yeah, they might be in the middle of the meat section. That's where the Beyond Meat burgers are. And I was like, why? Like, what? Why can't you just put it where the other meat alternatives, mock meats, whatever, like tofu is? I didn't really quite understand. I went to go look for it, almost gave up, saw them. They were just a little section. I was like thinking to myself, why don't you just put those in the other section? Or are you trying to get people to like, you know, look through the option and then be like, oh, well, let's try this out. I've heard this before. Like, I don't know. I doubt that's what people would do. They would probably rather just know that they don't want to eat meat and go to that other section and find these. So I told him, I was like, hey, I don't mean to be a dick. It's just really weird. I really tried not to be a dick. I was just like, hey, I just was wondering why you wouldn't just move that over there. And he's like, oh, tell my boss. Anyways, just wanted to just shout out this company. Great, yummy stuff, and there's so much to try. But yeah, maybe start with the smoky burger and have yourself a nice juicy burger. Meatless vegan burger, that is. I went to my mom's, visited her and Amadeus, her little Yorkie. He's gonna be a dad, so congratulations, Amadeus. You're gonna have some Mozarts, so that's cool. He's a pop, I wrote. Anyways, Lucas sent me the first demo of Bartok drums. So I hired Lucas McKinnon from the band Hail the Void to drum for me and Ben's song. Me and Ben's? Ben and I's. Nope, that doesn't sound right. Me and Ben's song Bartok. So yeah, drums are sounding sick. We even talked to him today on a Zoom call to just to work out the little kinks and change the little parts here and there. But it's coming together, and he's gonna have it by next week. So, and then I'll start recording the guitars legit and the vocals legit. And then that's going to be the next one we're going to be working on. I'm probably going for an EP here, like a 5-song EP at this point. It's going to be sick. So that's what happened Wednesday. Thursday, I worked. ... it says, because not much happened. You know, I mowed lawns and buddy. Okay, so when I came home, just a funny little weird story. Neighbor across the street, I was mowing the lawn with an electric mower, corded motor, which is really annoying. It doesn't really work that well, but it's very quiet. It's like this loud. It's like, right? And like, that's really not that bad compared to like a gas powered mower. So I was doing that, was doing my thing, struggling with the wire. You know, he came outside and just was like, he didn't say anything. He was just crossed his arms and was staring at me. And I waved at him, you know, just thinking, you know, I was in a good mood. I wasn't trying to pick a fight, but I wasn't quite sure what he wanted. So I waved, he didn't wave back. Then I kind of just stood there like this, like, are you serious? And then he said, I'll help your landlord buy you a new battery-powered mower. And I was really confused at this point because I thought he would have said something a little more mean. I don't think he considered that battery-powered mowers are not any quieter than an electric mower. You're looking like an idiot. I just kind of was like, oh, okay, thank you. I'll let her know. And I was just like really confused. I was like, was he trying to like be a smartass? Like, I don't know. Anyways, that was just a little funny thing that happened. I was mowing the lawn at 7 o'clock at night, but I mean, it's light out. It's like, bro, I'm not even really disturbing the peace. And I worked all day, so give me a break. Anyways, dyed my hair gray-blue. I dyed my hair for the second time with the same box dye. And it didn't really take the first time. I don't really know why. We bleached the shit out of it. But voila, finally. Took 2 boxes. Luckily, the second time I went in to Shoppers just to go check it out and do some other things, I was like, you know what, let's just go check it out. And it was on sale. So I was like, fine. $26 to dye my hair gray? Sure, whatever. It's better than going to a hairdresser and, you know, doing all that. I guess I did buy the bleach too, which was probably like, okay, I spent like $40 doing my hair. And it's mostly gonna be in a bun anyways. I don't know. I get bored sometimes.
Cause you're not thinking creatively. So take a look at my hair. I use my hair to express myself.
That sounds pretty boring.
I use my hair to express myself. Now, when you
That's what Medina said to me when she dyed her hair red. I was like, what are you talking about? I haven't seen this shit in like ages. But we do say, let's get creative a lot. Anyways, I use my hair to express myself, okay? I use my hair to express myself. I listened to Gojira's new album. Fortitude came out yesterday. And let me tell you what. If you know me at all, you know that Gojira is one of my favorite bands of all times. And has been for many a years. And it was amazing. I've only heard it 2.5 times. It's like the more and more I listen to it, I will like it more and more. And I loved Magma. Fuck, it's been that long since we had an album? 2016. Yeah, that's about right. Oof, that's quite the gap, guys. Another 4-year gap. Yeah, no, Gojira, just please do yourself a favor and go listen to them. Their new album, Fortitude, was amazing, and I can't wait to listen to it again and again. Checked it out on Friday when I was mowing the lawns. Freaking loved it. I just want to talk about some weird thing that I obsess with called Choice Chance Change. I wrote a song about it. The title is Choice Chance Change with Secondhand Habit. It comes up a lot of times in my lyrics. Well, with my new one too, my rap trap song. I mentioned that as well. But I just want to say and try to explain what I mean. To me, it means the fact I met them. I met Gojira back when they're this album, back in 2012, when they were on their tour for Live and Savage, and I met them in Vancouver. I gave them a demo of my song Godzilla, like way before I actually recorded it. It was like really rough, but I just wanted to get it together for them. This is when I met them, and I gave them as a CD. I'm like, hey guys, like you've inspired me to, write music, and this song was obviously like greatly inspired by them. I ended up giving them a CD. And I gave it to Mario, the drummer, and he said, yeah, we got some time to listen to it. We'll definitely check it out. I just love the idea of, I kind of changed the course of their lives as well as they changed mine. Not like as a influence or whatever. I'm not saying they listened to this song and everything is amazing afterwards. It's just like this concept I have in my mind of like, because back in the day, I used to be like, oh, I'm not on the right path. I'm not doing everything right, so I'm going on the wrong path. And I know that every single thing I do or say or whatever, every choice I make is going to change the course of my life. So when I do things like this, I interact with one of my favorite bands of all time. And then years later, I listen to the masterpiece that is Magma. I'm like, wow, I wonder how different that album would be if I didn't meet them. And it just makes me feel in a weird way that like I'm doing something right. Obviously they would have had, the songs would have been different. Maybe they had riffs for years or whatever. Maybe they would have written like completely new ones. Maybe they would have been better. We will never know. But that's a weird choice chance change thing that I have in my mind, and I just want to mention that and try to explain it. And listening to Fortitude now, it's just like, it's the same thing. Like, it's a great album. They're doing the world a lot of good by bringing up a lot of, subjects that need to be talked about. I am greatly inspired by them. Not saying they are by me or were. It's just like, it's the chance that they had. It was my choice to go to that record store at that time. And that's the same thing. It's like the chance of other people's choices influencing your life. You won't even understand or realize, but it could be minuscule. It could be not even a reason why, but it just like sent you in that direction. You were at the right spot at the right time. Just timing, that's all chance. You never really know, and it'll change the course of your life. And I really do obsess about it, and I feel like I take those little hints of it and I follow them. I'll keep doing that. Kind of a yes man. I am kind of like, I can't see an opportunity and say no. I'm not that person to just like buy into like scams all over the place because I see ads for those. It's like, ooh, buy this, buy that. It's like, no, I don't really think of that as an opportunity or like a yes man thing. It's the law of attraction, I think. It's, you'll attract positivity if you put out positivity, and that's hopefully what I'm trying to do. Sometimes I can't be positive because that's just the way humans are. I really wish I was slightly different, not so socially awkward or something like that, but you know, what can you do? I just like to express myself through my hair, and my music, and this stuff. It keeps me busy, keeps me in check. It's very like therapeutic just to share my thoughts. So thank you for sticking around. Anyways, I ranted on. I probably covered all of this, so let me just quickly read this. Yeah, I pretty much covered all of it. The 3 C's of life: choice, chance, change. Basically, I don't know, just another fun fact. Because of that, I tried to find out the 3 C's of love. I decided on care, comfort, and confidence that you bring each other in the relationship and stuff, the trust. But anyways, moving on. I got nothing else written here because I was doing this yesterday. It's Saturday. Hopefully gonna have this up by tomorrow. And let's just say, hopefully this wasn't as long as last night, so I can just quickly throw it together and call it a day and start enjoying my weekend a little more. But yeah, this was enjoyable. Thanks for sticking around. Maybe I'll edit down that video eventually of me and Medina talking. I didn't really listen to the whole thing, but it was really long, so that's why I skipped last week. I didn't really skip last week. I just didn't want to edit a 2-hour-long video. I mean, I would have if I didn't have to work all week. Gotta save that money because I gotta fund these little projects. Well, my solo project, and hopefully get these songs out pretty damn soon, because the summer's coming up and I want y'all to be able to listen to those because I'm really happy about them. Super excited to show everybody them. You can check out, you know, what I have already. I did vocals on this song. Here's Ethereon's album. And then I helped write and record Age of Rising. So yeah, thank you for the 12 monthly listeners. Love y'all. Tell your friends. Anyways, I love you guys. Thank you so much. And until next time, have a wonderful week and take care.